Side, Mr. Petrellis with the entire OTS team. It is the 137th Thanksgiving football game between Medford and Malden.
Yeah, super excited to be here. Thanks you guys for asking me to be here. Beyond Podcast is pumped. We cover this game every year, so to be up here in the booth and covering it from a different perspective, we are excited, and we're in for a really good game today.
Yeah, so it is the 137th game. Doesn't mean it's the 137th year. They've had some years where they've skipped or they played two, but it all started back in 1889. Medford wasn't a city. This was the first year that Medford had football, and Malden challenged Medford to a game. Medford won 34-0, and so Malden then complained because they thought that there were Tufts players playing in the game.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So they went again right after Thanksgiving, and Medford only won 4-0. So I don't know if there were Tufts players, but I guess we'll never know.
Either that or just a really good class that year. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think what's important about this game today, we've kind of seen both teams beforehand, and just giving a little bit of a recap, we'll start with Malden here. Their record is not, who they are for sure. I've seen this team play a few times. They're 2-7 this year currently. I mean, the early part of their season was a lot of injuries. I mean, they came into this season with a lot of seniors, a lot of guys who had experience playing, and the injury bug hit them and hit them bad with season-ending injuries that affected them on both sides of the ball, specifically on the defensive side of the ball early on. But they play a tough non-league when they play. When they have their training camp, they're playing teams like BC High and scrimmage and tough early on. So they're getting ready for their season and their schedule. In the last game they just played, they lost to Lowell in a tough game, 27-20. But Coach Witchy, I have a lot of respect for him. Somebody who I follow personally on social media, what he does with his program and how he's built it up over the last 4 years. They're always prepared. They always come to play. He's a great motivator of young men. And just a couple players, if we could highlight here real quick. Aiden Brett. Their starting quarterback. Actually, true story here. This is a historian, as Medford's coming out right now as I'm talking here, but a historian of Malden told me Aiden Brett is the first quarterback in Malden history to start all 4 Thanksgiving games. So that's pretty impressive. But 1,300 yards, 14 TDs. Kevin Exelom, 30 receptions, 650 yards, 12 touchdowns. He's a kid you're going to see all over the field today, lining up a receiver in the slot on the outside, playing running back. Whenever you need a big play from Malden, we're going to keep our eye on him today for sure. Jaden McDuffie here, over 1,000 yards, freshman here, true freshman.
Wow.
Over 1,000 yards, 11 TDs. His yards after contact, I think, what's most impressive. Not a big kid in size, but runs really tough. Runs a lot tougher than his actual size. He runs a lot bigger than he is. Always getting a few yards after the carry. So there's a few plays from Malden today that we're highlighting. As Malden's actually coming out right now themselves, James.
Yeah, so looking at Medford.
That's going to happen a lot.
Yeah,
it's
going to be a little interruption. But for Medford, they started their season 0-3. Rough start, but I think there was kind of a feeling that things would turn around as the season went on. It was really just about getting their ground, finding themselves as a team, and that's certainly what they did. After going 0-3, they won 5 games straight, which is the first 5-game win streak for Medford since 1981.
Wow.
So it's been quite a while. Some key players, obviously Justin Marino, your quarterback. He does everything for this team, and he seems like he's your guy. He is a senior though, so next year finding that guy again will be difficult. But they got a few players that could step up. Prince Xavier is one of your big wide receiver, safety kind of guys. On defense, he is dangerous. I mean, he's looking at the quarterback's eyes, and he will take a hit. I mean, he can just deliver some big hits that we've seen all season.
Yeah, and a couple other guys too. Darius Weeks as well, 22 catches, I think 2 touchdowns this season. Kid that came up big against Lynn English this year when the team needed him, made a big catch in the back of the end zone.
Yeah.
And very solid description. I mean, the team runs through Justin Marino for sure. I think he had about 600-700 yards passing this year, but 1,400 yards rushing, a ton of touchdowns on the ground, 18 for the year, 4 in the year, so over 20 touchdowns, all-purpose guy. I'm sure Malden's watched the film; they know what they're going up against here for sure. As both teams are about to walk out right now for the coin toss.
Well, here we go.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
If you guys can hear the public announcer here, we'll have you guys listen to him. We'll be back in a second.
Welcome to today's 137th rendition of the Malden Thanksgiving Day Classic, the longest continuous high school football rivalry in America. The first game was played in 1889, and today is the 137th. We call your attention now to midfield, where we will hold the ceremonial pre-toss. We have a special guest who will perform the coin toss, Mr. Peter Carroll. Mr. Carroll has been the main man for Malden High School football since his first season in 1973. He has played many roles, including PA announcer, team filmographer, equipment coordinator, letter to which he still fills to this day. He has served with 7 head coaches: Paul Finn, God rest his soul, Rich Cullen, CJ LaPresti,
We had some screen technical difficulties
Joe
there.
Papagallo, Bill
We are
Manchester, Steve Frecker, and now Richie Ethel. Coach Carroll, this operation would never run without you. Please join Mayor Gary Christensen, Superintendent of Schools Dr. Timothy Sipple, Athletic Director Charlie Conifrey, Malden High School Principal Chris Malden Tornado Club President Stephen Frecker, Recreation Director and Stadium Superintendent Joe Levine, Peter's brother Brian Carroll, all at Itfield, and the thousands of players whose lives he enhanced through 52 years of service. In expressing our gratitude, commending Peter Carroll for what he has done and will continue for Malden High School football and Malden athletics. He is tossing a 1938 Liberty 50-cent piece to signify his 52nd Malden Medford game today. Thank you, Peter Carroll. At this moment, we ask that you please rise, remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem.
weather is going to be a factor for sure, and we'll kind of keep an eye on the turnover game here a little bit. Obviously, when rain and it's wet, the ball is a little slippery.
Yeah, I think, I think weather kind of evens the playing field a little bit. If one team's a lot better, I always say that the weather will, kind of make the teams more even because, you're playing in the same weather, so turnovers obviously can become a huge factor. And you also are going to see that, the balls will be slippery for each team, so there's no team that'll have a, less slippery ball.
Yeah. And Medford's going to be receiving the kickoff here. So Medford will start the game on offense, and, they're going to be bringing out their offense, ran all through Justin Marino. We'll talk about that in a minute, but Malden's about to kick off here, and the 137th annual Thanksgiving game between Malden and Medford is about to begin. Medford's ready for an onside kick here. You never know on Thanksgiving, last game of the season. Why not, right? Oh, the bluff. The bluff.
Medford will start going from left to right in their white uniforms with blue numbers, blue and white helmets. Malden will start on defense. They will kick it to the left with their navy uniforms, gold numbers. And the kick is off, and we are away here in Malden. Received.
Darius Weeks.
There he is. Gets to the outside. Oh, good tackle there at the 15 by Malden.
Looked like Medford tried setting up a return wall to their sideline, and obviously Malden was ready for it. And
yeah, that was
Xavier Blaze.
That's someone that we're going to be talking about a lot, I feel, today.
Yeah, absolutely. Sending a message early that Malden came to play football today.
Well, here we go. Justin Marino, Medford's guy, to take the field for the 137th Thanksgiving game. Santos will set up to his left. Darius Weeks, Prince Xavier to his right. Prince Xavier, the motion man. Marino will keep it himself. He'll run to the left. Breaks a tackle. Keeps going. Stays on his feet. Marino tries to do a spin move and gets tackled finally at the 36-yard line.
There is a flag on the play. Looks like there's an illegal shift or something like that. Yep, and that's exactly what the call is here, an illegal shift on Medford. It was like a motion. It looked like they were going to try to counter it. It looks like there was a little confusion, but the guard tackle pulled there. Marino just kind of followed behind and ran tough for 15 yards, but knock him back 5, and it's 1st and 15 for the Mustangs again on offense.
Yep, so that play is erased. But, I mean, still, Marino's ability to just make his body get up the field. I mean, he got contact after 2 yards, and they got another 13. I mean,
yeah, stayed on his feet, kept his own body weight with his arm on the ground there. It's a nice run. I mean, too bad it doesn't count, but God, what a run.
1st and 15 for the Mustangs. 3 wide receiver set. Prince Xavier will motion again. He'll motion now to the right. Marino tries to get to the outside.
And he does.
Oh, good spin move.
Probably gained back about 10 yards, 12 yards on that.
Yep. We're looking at about 2nd and 6. 2nd and 5. Maybe 2nd.
We have the PA announcer next to us, guys. So you might notice that we awkwardly pause. I'm not sure if you're hearing it on your end, but I just awkwardly pause here. I'm not sure if you heard him, but we'll kind of be dealing with that all day. So just so you guys know.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough, but we'll talk around him. All right, Xavier again, that motion man. Marino will hand it off to him, and Malden gets to him fast.
Malden was ready for him on 2nd down there. Again, trying to run up the middle. Malden's very big on the defensive line, very big team. So running inside is, it's kind of both team strengths here. So we'll see how this matchup goes throughout the rest of the day.
Yeah, one thing I'd like to see through Medford is to get the pass game going. I mean, we saw in their win against Lynn English, they had to come back, and the pass game's really how they won that game.
Looks like they're going 2 back here in the backfield. 3rd and short. I wouldn't be surprised if Medford tries to get to the edge here or get off tackle on this.
Marino will
they
take
go
the
right
snap.
to their sideline.
Tries to cut up the middle. Gets hit.
Like it's going to be
dropped.
close.
Yeah, it's going to be close.
I
don't think he has it.
Short.
We'll see how they. Yeah, they're going to give him 4th and about 1.5 yards.
This is a monster decision here right now. You know, obviously early on, Medford's a ground and pound football team. The Justin Marino falls forward, gets tough yardage. You know, run the ball 4 plays so far, and he's gotten positive yardage. But you're at your own 30-yard line. So do you try to draw him off sides here, try to get the 5 free yards and get the automatic first down, call a timeout? We'll see.
I mean, that or Marino has a great leg. He's been known to punt a lot, so we'll see how they do it here. All right, so it looks like they will be going for it on 4th down. Maybe, again, just drawing them off sides, so we'll see. Yep.
Other way.
But now, yeah, Santos is to the right.
They draw him off.
Oh, they get him off sides.
I mean, you kind of was what you thought was going to happen there. You know, why not? Worst case, you let the play clock run down, you take 5 yards and you punt it, or you call a timeout.
Yeah.
You only get 3 timeouts. Wouldn't want to waste one on that. But, you know, Medford, great job with Coach Curley there, drawing them off sides. Great call by Coach.
So, you know, we know how both teams have had their season, but I think, you know, we were talking, none of that matters really to this game, right? I mean, anything could happen here. There's Gee. He'll be the motion man. Marino jumps out of a tackle, but Malden gets to him quick.
Yeah, it looks like, again, kind of confusion on first down from the Mustangs. It looked like the fullback went one way, the quarterback went the other way, and there was just seemed to be confusion who was kicking that end out. And Malden capitalized. Malden swarming to the football on defense. They're communicating. We can hear them up here. So, yeah, puts Medford in a tough, again, 2nd and 13, 2nd and 14.
Yeah, Malden's looking fast early. I mean, they've clearly come to play, and we'll see how Medford responds. Medford is a second-half team, though. I mean, we've seen it all year that they really come out in the second half, but I'm expecting, you know, Thanksgiving, they'll be here to play the whole time. Marino, 2 backs, takes the snap, hand off. Prince takes a good run we'll see where they mark it. Right up the middle. It's going to be about a 3rd and 4, 3rd and 5.
Yeah, you know, on that, Malden dialed up the blitz. They sent number 88, Earl Fevrier, right up the middle there. Got his hand on the running back, but again, kind of just missed the tackle on the running back, was able to kind of cut back to the hole where he would have been, and puts Medford in the 3rd and 4.
Yeah, I think a lot of these plays look like it's an option for Marino to either take it or hand it off. And so, here we go. Marino takes a snap. He will keep it himself. He will get to the outside and the first down. Marino still on his feet, bounces off, but then gets tackled.
Yeah, Justin he pulled out. He was following behind. That's a guy who just saw his fullback, pulled the football, and ran right behind him and got Medford needed 4. He got 5. I will say I'm pretty impressed right now defensively up front. You know, right now it looks like Medford's trying to get off tackle and get the edge. They're not having a lot of success running in between the tackles right now. So again, we'll keep an eye on that, as we said, throughout the game for them offensively.
With about 7:20 to go in the first quarter. 1st and 10 after a good Marino run.
Here's Medford's kind of offset power set here.
Yeah, we see this a lot by them.
But here comes the pass.
Marino, pressure from his offside, breaks free. Breaks another tackle. Marino still going, gets the first down, and about 3 more.
You know, what a kind of call to dial up on first down the play action. He ran the ball about 7 plays in a row, and Malden was ready for it. They covered all around. Defensively, you couldn't play it as well as you did there in the backfield, but Justin's an athlete, makes a lot of kids miss, and Malden not capitalizing on great coverage. Medford with another first down.
Oh, that's an interesting call. Did you see that?
Yeah, on top of that, a few people at home, Malden, I must have drew a 15-yarder late on that personal foul, so Medford gets an additional 15 yards. Looks like they're setting up shop 1st and 10 from their own 20, from Malden's 28-yard line, excuse me.
Medford is in striking distance at the 28-yard line of Malden. Marino will hand it off. Prince Xavier trying to find a hole. Nothing doing there. Malden, a great defensive play.
Yeah, again, in between the tackles, you know, Malden is playing very strong right now. And again, Medford having a lot of difficulty running that ball inside early on.
Seems like what they've done the best is get Marino to the outside. I want to see them throw a little bit more, but a good start by Medford so far.
Yeah, you know, I think in these situations, you know, if you can run the ball as well as they do, I mean, we've seen it here. We read the stats, 1,400 yards from rushing for Justin this year, probably another 600-700 yards combined from their backs this year. So this team wants to ground and pound for sure, and we'll see what they dial up here.
Marino will run to the outside. He gets the outside, but then gets, oh, good tackle. Is he still on his feet? Marino finds a way. He was grabbed there, and I thought he was taken down, but he stays on his feet somehow, some way, and gets the first down.
You know, we're counting yards after contact right now, just kind of tallying this up. He's close to about 25 yards after contact already, and we're in the midway through the first quarter. And that's not even counting the first run with the penalty.
Yeah.
So Justin early on, Justin Marino came to play football. He's as advertised for the Mustangs, and we'll see how Malden tries to slow him down as the game goes on. But right now they're threatening.
Yeah, in the red zone at the 15. Marino will set up in this formation that we see so much from Medford. He takes a snap. It is Marino who is just dropped right at the line. Maybe a gain of 1, but nothing doing there.
Number 84, Christopher Rodriguez, came right off the line there, was able to kind of shed that block. And not only did he take on the fullback that was fake to, but he was able to kind of take on 2 guys and make the play on Justin on that as well.
Yeah, Malden is really, really packing the box this morning. They're really making sure that there's no runs up the middle, which it's working, but now you got to find a way to stop Marino on the outside.
You got a 2nd and 10 here. Obviously, you're in 4-down territory, so offensively, I was the Mustangs. I keep doing what I was doing. You got 3 downs now to get 10.
Marino will run to the outside. It seemed to work for him
Looks
today.
like he's getting the edge
continues.
here.
He gets the outside.
Flag on the play.
Jumps out, gets out of bounds. Gain of 5.
I mean, kind of watching that play
Holding
and seeing
against
it.
Medford is the flag.
Yep. Again, Justin kind of got the edge there. I didn't get a number on that, but the defensive back, a cornerback there for Malden, kind of got dragged down. I mean, it's an easy call. Definite hold there for sure on the Mustangs. But I think what the Mustangs need to be impressed with early on in this game right now is that they are able to get the edge and run the football right now.
Yeah.
This has been a strength of theirs all year. They scored, Justin scored 6 touchdowns running off tackle against Somerville the week that we cover them. So seems like a similar game plan offensively right now is kind of just get the edge and let your athlete be an athlete. So we'll see if the Mustangs kind of continue that. Again, the 3rd time this drive, they're in 2nd and forever.
Again, in this formation with 2 backs and 2 wide receivers. He'll look to throw. It is caught. There's Guilherme Martins. He's going to go all the way to the 2-yard line. Guilherme Martins didn't even know if he was going to play in this game, and he makes a huge 2nd down catch for Medford.
What was really impressive there in that set that the Mustangs coming out in is that pistol offset, and they have a wing there, and they were able to kind of run a little play action. Guy kind of set the block, snuck out there, was wide open, takes it down to the 2 for the Mustangs, and they got 1st and goal. Both are close to punching it in.
Here we go, Marino. Under center, Hill keeping himself. Tries to push in.
There's a flag on the play. Flag on the play.
Marino is in.
We do have a flag.
They're going to whistle this. We'll see what the flag is. Yeah, I spoke with Guilherme Martins, a Medford captain, yesterday. He said he was injured and he wasn't sure. He was thinking about playing just one side of the ball, and that side would be defense, but here's the flag. It is against Medford. Oh, it seems like it'll be offsetting penalties there.
Looked like the 2 wide receivers to the top of the screen there to Medford sideline. A little extracurricular activity going on. It's typical normal stuff on Thanksgiving, but referees taking control early and making sure that this game stays in control.
Yeah, we'll see how that plays out throughout the game. But yeah, like I was saying, Guilherme, he was going to play just defense, but clearly something's changed. His ankle's probably feeling better, and he's on offense, and he made a huge catch early.
Mustangs lining up, going for 2, and they're in an empty formation here. Justin in the backfield all by himself. Let's see if they motion anybody across, and they do. Martins comes across. Jet sweep, he pulls it. And Malden with a big stop there. Let me tell you, James, these points add up. 2-point conversions add up, especially when you're a team that goes for 2 a lot. You get stopped on two-point conversions. It's a 12-0 game as opposed to a 16-0 game. So these 2 points add up as the game goes on for sure.
So here we go with 4:04 left in the first quarter. Medford is up 6-0. Malden has yet to take the field on offense. That was a long it was just run for Medford. They really held it for a while there.
That's an 8-minute drive. I mean, that's great to kind of come out on your opening drive. It's what you prepare for in practice all week as far as what you want to run and what you think you have. So to come out and be able to kind of get the edge the way they did and eat about 8 minutes of clock on top of it is a good sign for the Mustang offense early on this morning. And I hope that people that are listening to us at home, I hope you guys are nice and warm. We're here. We got a good setup. James has been here. If I could shout out the OTS guys for a second here. These are Medford High students who set up this live stream here at Malden High School. Malden has been great. AD Charlie Confrey, the head of recreation, Joe Levine, have welcomed us here. But these kids have set up. They were here since 7 o'clock this morning as kickoff comes. So you guys can be sitting home warm and cozy.
All the way back.
Goes into the end zone, touchback. But for you guys at home, warm and cozy, watching this game, drinking your hot chocolate, smelling your turkey, watching Macy's Day, we're here giving you the play-by-play. So hopefully, we're glad that you guys are able to enjoy this at home.
And we're hoping everyone out there is having a great Thanksgiving. We're hoping it continues. Fans have the Medford sideline has definitely seemed to pack out here. I just saw some more Medford fans walking in. There's still fans coming in, but, with the weather today, it seems like, it's a tough day to come out. But, here we are.
You get to enjoy us.
Yeah. So now we'll get a first look on the Malden offense with Mr. Aiden Brett.
Yeah, and we mentioned Aiden Brett, only Malden quarterback in history, in program history, to start 4 Thanksgiving Day football games at quarterback. So pretty impressive feat for him. Let's see if the senior can come out and have a memorable day for himself today.
Here we go. 4 in the backfield to start this game with Aiden Brett.
It's like Malden's calling a change on the play here. They're lined up in a pistol as well, kind of double fullback here. So it looks like a power set to Medford sideline. And early on, they kind of just
run. Oh, what a tackle.
Medford defense was ready for it, set to the formation. And again, this will be an interesting matchup here. These front lines, we talked about it on one side of the football. Now we're going to kind of see the front line matchup on the other side, and that's Medford defensive line versus Malden's offensive line.
Yeah, we've seen all year. Medford's defensive line they've really been able to stop this run. I mean, you can see number 79, Nathan Brew. He's a captain. He is easily one of the biggest guys I think I've ever seen. I mean,
he's that number 79?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he's pretty big on the field. I can see him from here.
He is, but he is a crazy athlete, and he is, as you can see, Medford's going to switch their defense here.
So again, you're kind of seeing the same formation now. You're seeing it kind of on the other side a little bit, more towards Malden side, that offset shotgun formation. It looks like the same play here.
Hands it off.
And it looks like freshman, Jaden McGuffey. If we could talk about him for a second. This kid ran hard. I've seen him play a few times this year. Over 1,000 yards rushing, 11 touchdowns this season, and a tough run on second down. Brings up a critical 3rd and 3. And these are the situations that I think Malden's offense wants to be in. When you're out there on a 3rd and 3, your playbook is wide open.
Yeah.
You can run the ball, you can throw the football. So Malden, that's got to be a big goal of theirs today, is to make 3rd down manageable. 3rd and 5, 3rd and 4, 3rd and 3, as they come out and approach their first down for today.
Looks like it's the same formation for Malden. In a big 3rd and 3 here early in this one.
Looks like Medford's going to send some pressure here up the middle. And they do. They kind of send it. And Justin Marino is right there.
Marino with a big takedown in the backfield. Jaden McGuffey, he can do it all. I mean, you've seen it a lot this season. He's a freshman, but he's been starting a lot. So a rare freshman starter for a varsity football team.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of saw Medford dial up the blitz here. They walked a lot of guys to the line of scrimmage. Justin walked in. Again, the assignment missed, obviously. Someone coming right up the A-gap. I'm sure the offensive line coach will chat with them about that. But making a great play. Let me tell you, if Jaden McGuffey turned that corner, that could have been an interesting play for Malden. So key play once again, Justin Marino making on the defensive side of the ball.
Punt is away, clean, high punt. It'll land at the 50, right around the 50, and then it'll roll, a Malden roll, to the 42-yard line, which is where Justin Marino and the Medford offense will take over. I mean, the blitz for Medford, we've seen it all season. It's one of their most critical plays to get a big stop.
Yeah.
I think we saw it in the Lynn English game, the game against Northeast Tech. It's Marino coming through that middle is how they stop plays from even becoming plays.
Yeah, I think a lot of times, especially in the high school game, you send a lot of pressure at lines, and you kind of see what happens a little bit. Obviously, Mustang's seen something in this offense, Malden, that they feel like they can send a lot of gap pressure, and that's what we've seen in that first drive so far.
Got some flags.
Looks like we're going to delay a game on the Mustang. Oh, offsides on. There too many people on the field for Malden?
Yep, so it's against Malden here.
Not sure what the penalty was, James.
Yeah, I didn't see any single.
But this drive, Medford is now starting out in positive yards, 1st and 5. The last drive, they were 1st and 15, 2nd and 14, 2nd and 17. So,
right, the Medford offense takes over again. We'll see if they can keep doing what they did last time, getting to the outside. The middle.
yeah, kind of continuing from the first drive here. Mustangs having a lot of difficulty right now running the ball in between the tackles. And again, that just comes down to this is Thanksgiving game. You have two big physical lines down there. I was on the field before this game started. I mean, both lines are big, both lines are physical, and both lines are mean. So the battle in the trenches is going to continue all day long.
1 minute to go in the quarter. It's this similar setup. The motion man is Guy Martins. Marino will take it himself. He goes to the outside. He'll do a roll, get the first down, and get tackled after that. So 46 seconds here in the first quarter. It's 6-0 Medford with the ball. You know, they're going to really run you to the ground if you don't get stopping. So we'll see.
Yeah, right now, Medford's running towards their sideline a lot, and you see that a lot, James. Teams like to see or coaches like to see how their plays develop on the sideline, guys blocking, how things open up so they can quick fix that stuff. So Medford running to their sideline a lot, playing their boundary for sure. Something to keep an eye on as the game goes on as well.
Another, just does a run up the middle, and again, stopped at the line.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen this
play.
kid all over the field here today. Number 88, Earl Fevrier, early on a factor on both sides of the football. It's about his third tackle for a dead stop. And we're winding down here, James. The first quarter is over. About 3 seconds
here.
here.
2 seconds. And that is the end of the first quarter. It is 6-0 Medford. We've seen a lot of good play from both sides. Medford has, they've really taken charge with running it to the outside with Justin Marino. And then Malden has definitely been good with their stopping the run coming from the middle. But we've not seen a lot of Malden offense yet, so we'll see as the game continues.
And right now, if you guys want to check out In Between Quarters, we are on Instagram Live here at Beyond Podcast, @_Beyond Podcast. Come check us out. You can kind of see our setup here. We got some people joining. We got some fans here. This is great. Guys, welcome to our live stream here. Welcome to our Instagram Live. If you're having live stream here, the Medford Malden game, we got a 6-0 game here at the end of the first quarter in favor of Medford. We got our guy James Kluggish here from OTS on the sidelines in Medford. And again, you can kind of check out our view here. We got our tech guy in the back here, making sure that everything goes well. So we are an efficient, well-oiled machine here. James, tell people what you've been thinking about the first quarter right now. Medford's held the ball a lot, but what are you noticing?
Yeah, there's not a lot of report on the Malden offense, but the Malden defense has struggled to contain Medford, on the outside. But in the middle, the Malden box, their D-line has just been outstanding. It seems Medford's gotten nothing running up the middle. Medford's passed once. It was to Guy Martins. It was a huge second down. But here we go. Start of the second quarter. Tune in on YouTube.
All right. Right now, if you're back to the live stream here, you guys can see me on Instagram Live. Justin Marino, spin moving. Ball's on the ground. Justin Marino with the fumble here. He got hit from 3 different ways here. This could be big for Malden if they're able to recover it, turn the momentum a little bit. And Malden got the football. You guys were here on a live. Malden recovered a huge fumble. Medford seemed to have all the momentum going. We'll be back here at halftime, guys. Check us out. If you are on the live stream, get on the live stream. Check out our story. Click the YouTube link, and we'll see you guys in a bit. Appreciate the love.
That's huge. What a big play for Justin Marino. I mean, they had all the momentum, and they run it up the middle again. Marino gets hit hard. It looks like he took a knee to the head there. I was a little nervous about that, but then just like that, the ball's out, and Malden's on top of it.
Yeah, we talked about the turnover game here early on, and Medford with the first turnover. It looked like Justin just, being an athlete, made a spin move, made a couple plays, and just got hit from a few different angles, and the ball popped out. That's what happens when you pursue the football on defense, and Malden sent guys to the ball and were able to cause a turnover.
Here we go. It is Malden with great field position here on their own 46-yard line.
Now Malden coming out in a similar formation.
Oh!
And Malden fumbles the football back.
It is.
And Malden with the recovery. And there he is again, number 88, Earl Fevrier. Seems to just be where the ball is all the time on both sides. And, God, almost a costly mistake for Malden.
The quarterback didn't even have a chance to get the ball.
Yeah. It's, again, the weather's definitely a factor. It seems like the rain is slowing down a little bit, but the wind is picking up. So, again, we'll kind of see how the elements affect this drive.
Yeah, I was hoping to see snow today. I'm not quite sure we're going to see that. No. But trying to keep that momentum from the turnover.
It looks like they run that kind of cross.
It's a good tackle, but
and again, go ahead.
It's manageable now, or more manageable than more than 10. So it'll be a 3rd and 7.
About a 3rd and 7 right now, which again, isn't ideal, but it puts you in a situation. Obviously, I think Malden will go to the air here, unless they feel like they're in 4-down territory. Coach Witchy has been known to go for it on 4th down a lot in certain areas, in this area of the field and specifically. So let's pay attention to what 4th down becomes here. If they cross the 50 and it's a 4th and 2, 4th and 3, we might see Malden keep the offense on the field here. So let's see what they do.
Something of note for Medford's defense, they're excellent at tackling. I mean, you see Justin Marino breaking these tackles. Medford doesn't seem to let anyone break a tackle. It seems once you get contact, they're tackled. All right, here's Brett in the air.
Looks like they want to go vertical.
There's pressure. He has to roll to the right. Throws it. It is incomplete. Bounces out of the hands. There's Darius Weeks coming in with a breakup.
I mean, the coverage is great down the field. They wanted to go to him right away on the fade ball, but down at the bottom of the field, Darius Weeks all inside of his hip. Forced Aiden Brett to hang on to the ball a little bit longer and try to force something in there. Almost a great catch. Great defensive play. Great all around for both teams there. 4th down, and it looks like Malden's offense is staying on the field here. So we got a 4th and 7. So we were wondering if Malden got a few yards, if they would go for it on 4th. They didn't get anything, and they're still going for it on 4th and 7. Big play here.
It's definitely an interesting. It's an interesting technique. I mean,
look for number 9. Look for number 9 on this. I would say too.
10 minutes left in the second quarter. You're down 6, so just trying to stay in it here.
Kevin Exelom. Take a look at him, number 9. Let's watch him across.
It's
a quick punt. Wow.
From the quarterback. I mean, and it's
Great
a good
call.
punt. It's
Great
going all
call,
the way
Coach.
back.
Oh, what is he
to
doing?
the 7-yard line of Medford. It looked like, I don't know if that was like a fake play into a punt, but Aiden Brett, your quarterback, takes the snap and punts a gorgeous ball away.
Well, you're seeing this in the high school game a lot, and you see this somewhat in the college game a lot now, is sometimes teams are kind of looking like they're going to go for it on 4th down, and most quarterbacks are great athletes. Most quarterbacks can punt the football, and as you can see there, Aiden Brett's a great athlete. He's been starting 4 Thanksgiving games consecutively as quarterback. He's able to punt the ball, get the ball inside Medford's 5-yard line, and that's, this is a field game now, right? 6-0, early in the second quarter. If Malden can get a 3 and out here, they get great field position with the offense coming back on the field.
Marino will start his drive way back. He takes the snap. He'll run it himself. And a couple of yards. I mean, again, I was kind of wondering if he'd maybe, change it up after the fumble. Seems they have the same game plan. Just try to run the ball as much as you can.
Yeah, and again, I sound like a broken record here, and I probably will continue to as the time goes on. But again, another play inside the tackles that Malden is just not allowing Medford to get. This is important because, again, you can close the inside with your front 4. It's only adjusting to be able to close the off-tackle stuff. So let's keep an eye on, Malden's defense as this game progresses, and especially on the edges there.
Marino will hand it off. Oh, CD had a hole, but it closed quickly. Still got a good couple of yards, and it's going to be right around the 1st down marker.
And it is. First
down. There you go.
Hey, and that's a big positive for Medford there, as we were just saying, as they made me eat my words there a little bit. But being able to run the ball 8 yards up the middle is something they haven't been able to do. It's the first time all game they ran for more than 2 yards in between the tackles. So
going back to that punt, we know that both of the quarterbacks are listed as the kickers for the team. So I think they both definitely have the ability to do that.
Yeah.
All right, Marino in this power set that we've seen so much. Now he'll take it to the outside. This is the play where Medford can be dangerous. Marino. Oh, he stopped short. Wow, he didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. So we can clearly see some adjustments already from Malden, making it so that outside run is going to be a lot more difficult now.
Yeah, and again, middle linebacker Earl Fevrier right there on top of it. Moves pretty well. Big kid, physical, strong, and yeah, right now defensively, both teams kind of have it figured out. Let's see if Malden can kind of continue to close the running lanes for Medford here.
All right, about a 2nd and 8 here for Medford. It'll be a handoff, trying to go up the middle. Bounces to the outside, then he gets hit. It's going to be a big loss.
And there he is, number 88. Who else on defense for Malden?
Yeah, he just seems to be everywhere.
So Medford's in a 3rd and 11 here. You know, they've been pretty
player
much
down.
Oh.
I can't tell who it is yet.
That looks like number 1, I believe.
Oh, yeah, Prince Xavier. That's a big loss for Medford. He is your running back guy that'll, you know, get that shifty move. And also on defense, he's that guy that's the safety that'll just, he'll watch, and then boom, he's there and he's making a huge hit.
Yeah. You know, I definitely noticed the energy change in this game, too, early on. It seems like Medford came out that first drive and kind of had their way on both sides of the football. That fumble really seemed to change the momentum from Malden. It kind of seems like the sideline's a little bit more fired up again. There's a little bit more pursuit to the football. That energy we're starting to see on the Malden side. So it'll be interesting to see what Coach Curley dials up here on 3rd and 11 for the Mustangs, one of their first 3rd and longs all day.
Definitely two strong defense teams. We've seen Medford, they really haven't given Malden anything in terms of like first downs. And Medford had that really good, strong first drive where they just ran it and it took off 8 minutes. But now we're seeing Malden's defense kind of step up, make some good adjustments, and it seems like Medford is struggling now to run it as well as they did in the first drive. Another power set for Medford. Looks to run again, maybe. Marino. Now he'll step back and throw. He'll have to roll. He just throws up a lob pass. Yeah, he didn't even look at where he was throwing it. He just got it out. Trying not to take the sack, which makes it a 4th and 11 for Medford.
Yeah, I mean, there was just coverage was great down the field from Malden again. I mean, the elements are definitely a factor here. The cutting ability, being able to run those inside routes, those digs, those slants, those ins, those outs. Really difficult when it's slippery. So both teams seem to try going vertical early on. The wind's a little bit of a factor here too. But we talked about this, James. That punt by Malden, pinning them inside Medford's 5. Now they get the 3 and out that they want.
Here's
and let's see what the field position.
Oh, it was almost blocked. It's high. It's going to be really short.
And a very good bounce from Medford. Looks like there's going to be, looks like there's going to be an illegal formation here. Medford kind of motions, you know, teams nowadays do that a lot more with their punts to try to draw teams offside or to get numbers on a certain side of the field. But Malden with great pressure coming in, forcing Justin to have to kick that ball a little quicker than he wanted. So let's see what this kind of draws.
The refs discussing. Yeah, you seem to be right on it.
Yeah. Yeah, an illegal formation here. Again, that motion, I'm not sure there wasn't enough guys in the line of scrimmage or they have to be kind of still for a second there, but I don't know if that's going to force a re-kick. Let's see. Starting to get cold up here.
Yeah, here
Starting
we go.
to get cold. The
Rain's
nose is
coming down.
running.
We got a lot of umbrellas in the crowd. It's a little chilly, but definitely some good game. Definitely some good football to watch.
So it looks like Medford drew 2 penalties there. It looked like an illegal shift, but also an illegal contact penalty. So I think that drives the ball up to the Medford 40-yard line. So Malden, great field position after punting the ball and forcing a 3 and out. And here they are now in business, probably in 4-down territory from here on out, with about 7 minutes left in the half.
So here we go. the Medford's defense that has been almost lights out, they will be tested again with Aiden Brett ready to go.
Looks like they're in a cover 3.
Takes snap. It's a quick handoff. Run to the right. He has some space. Breaks a tackle. Still on his feet. Breaks another one, and now Medford will surround him, but not before he gains a huge pickup for Malden. They really needed some momentum, and that's how you're going to get it.
Yeah, and again, the freshmen, they kind of lean on the freshmen here like they have all season. Jaden McGuffey, 1,000-yard rusher, broke a tackle there. Got about 15 yards after the first break tackle there. Again, runs tough elements. We're talking about the slipperiness. It's tough to tackle in the rain, too, a little bit.
I mean, there it is. That's the huge play that I was kind of waiting to see if Malden had in them. You know, they've been iffy on offense, and that was huge. Curley was giving it to his players there. So Aiden Brett, again, stands under center with 6:20 to go in the second quarter. It's a 6-0 game, but Malden is knocking at the door. Oh,
and the fumble in
Oh,
Malden.
he picks it up, though. There's the freshman again.
God, what a heads-up play by the freshman there. That's ball just never even made it to the quarterback. The kid scooped it up, probably got about 4 or 5 yards on that.
Now flag comes in.
Looks like Malden got, looks like a penalty here on Malden. Or on Medford. Actually, I don't know who it's on.
Looked like maybe some.
Looks like it's on Medford, actually. Big penalty.
I mean, you don't call it a rivalry for nothing, obviously. These teams, I'm sure, are just, you know, they know what's going on. It's the 137th game. You know, there's so much history here. So.
Yeah, and for some of these kids, this is the last high school football game they'll ever play, an organized football game they'll ever play in, and you leave it all on the field here, and this rivalry, that's what you see year after year. But right now, Medford's just got to kind of calm down a little bit. You know, they're just right now a little fired up on this drive defensively, but they've given Malden a lot of yards here. They haven't really let them earn it. So let's see if Malden can take advantage. They got 1st and goal from about the 10, so there is no first downs anymore for them.
All right, here we go. He takes a snap.
Brett
he's gonna run
off the edge here. Looks like he's going to run it. Ooh.
Ooh, good tackle.
And again, a little extracurricular.
For Medford with the tackle.
A little extracurricular again going on.
It seems like the refs are keeping it controlled, though. They're throwing those flags fast, it seems. And, I mean, it makes sense. As the Oak Grove Orange Line train rumbles by, it's a 2nd and goal for Malden at the 4-yard line. Finally, some life for Malden's offense here as they are ready to strike.
2nd down and goal.
When they got big 88 in the backfield here, Earl Frevrio, just keep an eye on him, and I'm sure the play is going to follow right behind where he goes.
Here's another. Seems like they're changing the play a
Looks
little
like
bit.
McGuffey to the other side here, so I'm eating my words again. Let's see what happens.
Snap.
To McGuffey. Inside.
Runs it up.
Touchdown, Malden Golden Tornadoes.
Touchdown, Malden. A huge drive. They're coming back, and it's tied with 4:22 to go in the second quarter. Medford's defense is just stunned.
Yeah, obviously, you know, great field position. We go back to a couple series ago. Malden was able to punt them in, get the 3-and-out, taking and capitalizing on a few penalties that Medford got on defense, a few unsportsmanlikes that gave Malden the position they had, and they were able to finish the drive. This 2-point conversion is huge right now, or extra point here. Can't tell if Malden, looks like Malden's going for 2, so both teams don't really have an extra point kicking game. So these are big points here. You know, there's a difference between a tie game right now and Malden being up by 2, so let's see what happens. Similar formation, this time both backs to this side. My guess here looks like Brett is probably going to run the ball behind big 88 Earl Frevrio. Let's see what happens.
Brett will take the snap.
Brett takes the
He'll do
snap,
it himself.
and exactly what it is.
He will get hit.
It looks like he's in. He's in. Big 2-point conversion there. Again, there's another flag. This game getting a little chippy here, obviously. But again, formationally, big 88 Earl Frevrio out there. And they just kind of ran power to him, and he cleared the path, and boom, Aiden Brett found the gap and got in there. 8-6 Malden right now. 4:22 left in the half. Still a lot of time to play in this football game. But really right now in this half, I would say, James, a kind of tale of two quarters. Looked like Medford had complete control of the game early on. A turnover kind of changed the momentum of the game as far as the energy on the field and the energy from Malden. And now we've kind of seen it shift. That's why the game of football is the game of football, man. It takes one or two plays, and it changes everything.
I mean, yeah, I think that turnover was huge for Malden. Getting some momentum, and that drive looked really well. Medford killing themselves with penalties here. But I think this game is really going to come down to a late fourth quarter drive. I know it's early still, but these teams seem locked in. Like, both of them are just, they seem pretty like it could go either way.
Well, I got to just kind of make a note here. Number 3, Aiden Brett, the quarterback from Malden, looks a little dinged up on the sideline right now. He's been kind of sitting, holding his shoulder a little bit, kind of his collarbone area. Yeah, so something to keep an eye on. He took a big shot running that in there. Obviously got his team the lead, but it came at a cost. So we'll keep an eye on his status right now. Backup quarterback situation, we're not too sure. We'll kind of look through our notes and see what we have here. But it looks like on paper, number 12, William Gavin. Or possibly
Gavin or Joshua.
Yeah, it looks like it most likely be William Gavin, but we'll see. But Aiden Brett's a really tough kid, as I mentioned. Started 4 years as a quarterback in this Thanksgiving game, only Malden quarterback to do it. So if he can get back out there, I'm sure he will play with whatever he has. So
I mean, yeah, we've seen that he's been wearing the brace all game. Took a tough hit there on 1st and goal. Here's the kick. Caught by Weeks.
Looks like they're setting a wall up to the Medford sideline here.
Trying to go to the outside. He'll make a spin move. Keeps
and Weeks
going.
Got room here.
Past the 50, up to the 41 of Malden. Malden's 41. Great field position. And now it looks like Medford, with 4 minutes to go in the half, trying to strike again.
God, I got to tell you, man, we just talked about momentum, and Malden had it back, and it was interesting to see what that play was going to hold. Was Malden going to come down and have a big play on kickoff and really keep that momentum, or was Medford going to kind of get some sign of life? And Darius Weeks gets the ball, makes a play for his squad, gets the ball over the 50. And Medford, as I said, Malden in that last drive, probably in 4-down territory here late in the second half. So we'll see. First half.
The Medford offense, after that turnover, they really struggled there. But we saw early that they can get to their running game. They can really do some damage.
Here comes a counter. This is a big one.
Marino on the run. Breaks another tackle. Another one. Marino. He's going to go to the
1-2 yard line there.
Marino does it all himself.
Now Medford, Medford comes out of the gate. What do? They've been lining up in a similar formation, that pistol offset, and they come back with a counter here. And everybody was expecting them to kind of run to the power side. First time they showed a counter today, and Medford runs a big one, about a 37, 38-yard run there. Actually, probably longer than that. And it looks like Malden's calling a timeout.
Wow.
So that was about the 45-yard line down to the 1. So we're looking at a 43, 44-yard run there for Justin Marino.
Huge momentum shifter, like we've been talking about all game. It's the momentum. A huge catch and return by Darius Weeks. And then that play. It's lethal, but you can't overdo it. And we've yet to see Medford do it yet today. And so it's the first time they do it. Seemed like a good position to do it. And Marino he broke 4 tackles on one play.
Yeah.
It's a little sidestep, spin move.
That's your athlete making a play, right? And on that play, just for you people at home, just what you saw there. But again, when you kind of line up to that power, Malden seemed to be shifting to that power a little bit. That weak side end, for those football people that are watching, was just inside that tackle. What a great call by the coordinator there. Marino's able to get into space, and man, it's tough to stop that kid in space. But let's see, defense. I'm a defensive guy, man. This is the stuff I would eat up as a coordinator. 1st and goal, stopping teams Thanksgiving. I mean, what better feeling to get the momentum back?
Just a little bit of a note here. Aiden Brett's jersey and pads are off, and we see Gavin warming up on
Number
the sideline.
12, yep.
So maybe a switch in quarterback. Marino will keep it himself. He runs up the middle. He is
touchdown, Justin Marino.
Justin Marino takes back the lead. A huge momentum shifter with 3:45 to go in the first half. Malden down again.
With 3 minutes and 45 seconds left in the half, the
And I have to say, we're getting down to the end of the first half here. Obviously, Malden's coming out. James just mentioned on the sideline, number 12 here. Sorry, I'm looking at my
that's
notes.
Billy
here.
Gavin.
Billy Gavin. Oh, right there.
That's your quarterback. He's a junior.
Looking like he's coming in. Aiden Brett looking like he's really hurt on the sideline. Obviously, that's not what you want to see, a senior on Thanksgiving being a little dinged up. But, I've covered Malden for a while, and he's a great kid. We'll get back to him in a second. But Medford's line up to go for 2 here.
Reno,
it's a big conversion. Touchdown.
He is into the end zone.
And those are very,
Huge
very big points.
Conversion. That's huge.
Yeah, because, if Malden comes down and scores, it's a tie game, as opposed to if Malden comes down and scores, they're now in the lead by 2. So we talked about that, 2-point conversion teams. Malden's 1 for 1 right now. Medford's 1 for 2. As teams score, if this turns out to an offensive shootout, which it didn't look like it was going to be early on, but both offenses on the field score on their last possessions. Let's see if momentum continues.
So Billy Gavin, he's a junior, and he looks like he's going to be taking over this Malden offense. Yeah, that's huge. I mean,
oh, the rain is starting to hit us in the face.
The wind and the rain.
Looks like Malden's missing a player on kick return. There we go. Okay.
Kicks it. It's a great kick back
Great
to the
kick.
11-yard line. Here's the return, though. Tries to get to the outside, take it down at the 30-yard line of Malden, and that's where they will start their drive.
Now, let's keep an eye on this situation. If I've been tracking the timeouts correct, I believe Malden has all 3 of theirs, and I think Medford has 2 of theirs. So
I actually think Malden took one at the 1 after the Marino.
oh, that's right. You are right. So we're 2 and 2. There we go. So both teams left with 2 timeouts, so we think. It'll be interesting to see how Medford may use their timeouts if they're able to play defense well on 1st and 2nd down. And then obviously the same exact thing for Malden here. Let's see how they manage their timeouts as, they got a 4-minute drive here.
So Gavin in for Malden. A breaking story as Brett is injured. It's a handoff. There's your freshman. Gets the first down and more.
So interesting here is, they're kind of staying at exactly who they are. You might probably see them pound the rock a little bit more and maybe not put the quarterback in a tough situation coming in the game with, 3 minutes left in the first half. But, Medford right now kind of giving up the edge, which was something that we hadn't seen in the first couple of drives. But it seems like they're really doing a great job of sealing that end right now or stealing that outside backer. And Malden right now is kind of finding something here in their run game with McGuffey there.
McGuffey is... I think they're going to go to him a lot more now. I mean, they've been going to him a bunch, but without Brett, I think that's one of your biggest plays is to McGuffey because we've seen what he's been able to do.
Okay, and here's
it. It's a handoff. Still on his feet. Gets another first down. Huge first down for Kevin. There's your head coach's.
Yeah, the head coach's brother right here, Kevin. Excuse me, I'm choking here. Kevin Exelum. Again, first time we see Malden kind of throw a formation, or throw a motion into that formation, and they run a jet sweep. Giving the ball to who I think is their best athlete, best overall athlete. And when you have an athlete that can play a lot of different positions, you find different creative ways to get him the ball. But again, they're going right off the edge against Medford there. It's something that Malden's picked up on, and Medford's yet to adjust to. So let's see how this plays off here.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen. Momentum again is so big, and they're just trying to find something without their quarterback. So maybe some different plays. Here's McGuffey again. He'll get wrapped up, but not before he gains about 7 yards. Yeah. So without your quarterback, you're trying to find plays to give you, the momentum back, or just give you good yardage that doesn't involve putting your quarterback in tough situations. So a jet sweep's a perfect example of that.
Yeah, and then again, you're kind of seeing just from people that are watching at home a little bit, I'll try to kind of call this out here in the formation so you kind of see what we're talking about. But Malden is really running offset, and they're trying to really seal Medford's ends and backers. You can kind of see it now towards Medford's sideline. You see, they got more of a 2-back here, but you see 88 Earl Fervier split back opposite side of him. So we'll see if they kind of run the ball towards there. Nope, quick little pass game here.
Gavin,
corner out, dang.
It is incomplete. Falls in between 2 Medford defenders.
Well,
With 1:29 to go in the half. It'll be about. I mean, that's a good play though, because now it's third and manageable. You know, you knew if that play didn't go out, it's a third and manageable, and now you have a chance to get the first down.
Yeah, completely didn't see that coming. They have a lot of confidence in the junior here, and you're right. 2nd and 4, throwing the ball here, trying to dial up something different, catch Medford sleeping, putting your best athlete on a post corner.
Yeah.
But Prince and Weeks were all over that, and you know, got a third and manageable here again. 1:29 left. I'm guessing this is 4-down territory. Timeouts have not been an issue so far, but let's see how the timeouts may be used from here on out, depending on this play.
Prince went down earlier in the game. He is back in at his normal safety position. So here we go again. It's this kind of power set. It looks like it's a motion, and it'll be run.
Right off tackle again. It's there.
And it just seems like he's getting stopped at that same place. But that place is like 6-7 yards down the field, so it's good yards every play.
And what Malden did there by design was, and there's our first timeout with Malden calling their first timeout. That last play design, James, if you could kind of see it, the motion looked a little weird there because obviously their offset guy was lined up in the backfield. But by motioning across, you put another guy on the edge, another guy to block, and you see, again, Malden being able to run off tackle, McGuffey running the ball hard this second quarter. Yards after contact has been even tougher for this kid as a freshman. Very impressive. But right now, Malden threatening with about 1:23 left. So I got to tell you, at halftime, Beyond's coverage, we'll be going Instagram Live so you guys can kind of see us up here a little bit and kind of get our analysis of what we think is going on. But also, Malden has one of the best concession stands. We go to all different concession stands across the state during high school football season. Malden was our #1 a couple of years ago. It was dethroned last year by Shawshene Tech. So one of the best well-run concession stands in the state of Massachusetts. I would come to a game alone just to go to the concession stand. The hot dogs, and they did have a grill out there. I don't know if they have it out there now, but a great concession stand. Get down here, McDonald's Stadium, if you want a hot dog. It's the best spot. But we're back on the field here. We got a first and goal, or first and sorry, not first and goal. 1st and 10 from the 30-yard line for the Malden Golden Tornadoes. Looks like Medford's in a cover 2, cover 3. Look here.
It's a quick handoff, McGuffey. Oh, there's Nathan Brew taking him down with 1:16 to go and counting. It'll be a 2nd and 8, it seems like.
Let me tell you, that was a tough run by McGuffey because that play looked like it was 2 yards in the backfield. He was able to cut it up and get, 4 yards. I know it was a 2-yard gain, but really a 4-yard gain because he was dead to rights, 2 yards in the backfield. So an impressive run. Maybe doesn't show up on the stat sheet as much, but definitely put Malden not in a 2nd and long, put him in a 2nd and shorter situation.
So it seems like some confusion for the setup for Malden.
I mean, my guess is they're going to go off tackle here. Tackle standing up, basically. So pass blocking. There it is.
And it's low. Incomplete.
I mean, number 55, the left tackle there was basically in a stand-up stance.
Yeah.
I should have seen that from up here to know that would be a quick pass play. But you're seeing the elements obviously being a factor. Just throwing a quick hitch or a quick screen is real difficult. So as Malden's trying to move the ball here, and 4th down and about 8.
33 seconds to go. Seems to have some confusion with the sticks.
Yeah, I think it's 3rd and 8 actually, not 4th and 8. Excuse me.
So there you go. There's the change. So it's 3rd and 8.
These refs sleeping. Just kidding.
These Malden trying to strike at the end of the half. They're down by 6. So we'll see how they can.
I mean, here I think you got at the bottom of the screen here. Let's check this matchup one-on-one at the bottom of the screen here. Number 4 and number 12. You got trips at the top of the screen, the Medford sideline. Maybe a rollout.
Against Huyen for Malden. Malden throws. There's a flag, incomplete.
A flag on the play, though. Looks like early indication of holding on Malden. So penalty will probably be declined by the Mustangs. They force him into a 4th down and 8. Instead of getting him 2 plays, we'll see what Coach Curley here does. That's interesting.
Yeah, now a tough
So if they
decision.
take the penalty, they're pushing it back, and that's what the Mustangs are doing. They're pushing it back. It's a holding. It puts Malden in 3rd and 18, and honestly, I think Coach Curley made the right decision there.
Yeah, I think you're thinking that Medford's probably not going to get a chance with the ball, so you're just trying to give them as far to go to the end zone with this amount of time.
Yeah, and I think it's, converting a 4th and 8 is a little bit more realistic than people maybe think. So push them back. It's pouring out. They can't really throw the ball in this weather. They haven't proved that they can. So until someone proves they can beat you some way, make them try to beat you that way. We'll keep an eye on number 9, though. He's at the bottom of the screen here. Again, seems to kind of be their go-to guy. So let's see what Malden does here.
Gavins looks. He's going to scramble now. Nathan Brew stops him there, gets off his blocker, and what a tackle. Flags fly, but a huge play by your captain, your junior, Nathan Brew.
There's a flag on the play, so let's see what happens here. I don't know if it's a face mask penalty.
After the play. So maybe... I'm guessing it's going to be something after the play, but I could be incorrect.
And again, Malden looked like that was actually a designed run play. And as we're talking here, I just want to see, we see Aiden Brown on the sideline, has a sling on, so it does not look like he'll be coming back to the game. But God, another penalty from Medford here, another personal foul. So instead of having 3rd in a country mile here, it looks like we're going to have a first down, and I'm not sure from where. It looks like maybe inside the 20. Man, what a costly penalty from Medford. Gives Malden a chance. Oh, it doesn't actually. It's not a first down. It's a 15-yard penalty where it was 3rd and 18. It is 4th and 3 now.
Wow. Yeah. I mean, there's 19 seconds left. So we'll see what Malden draws up here.
So Malden called their final timeout in the half. So keep that in mind. If the ball is kept in bounds here, they got to get to the line pretty quick. So to me, 4th down here, looks like they're going end zone here. That would be my call here. Again, if there is a first down in high school football, the clock does stop. Yeah. So resetting the change, if you can get your team to the line quick enough, you might be able to, they might be in the huddle right now, Malden, maybe calling 2 plays here, right? Yep. If they run the football and they get the first down here, they get to the line, they're second play set, and they'll probably send something to the end zone. Yeah. If not, you might just see them try to throw the ball here at the back of the end zone, like we mentioned. Number 9, Kevin Exelum, Coach Witchy's brother, great athlete here. Yeah, look for him to go get it. Yeah, for sure.
So here we go. At the end of the first half, 19 seconds to go. It looks like it's a 4th and 8. So 10 yards on the penalty.
Mustangs really lucky there that didn't cost them a first down.
It's huge. Medford looking to be in a more protect kind of defensive setup, kind of setting back. They look like they are ready to defend the air.
So Medford electing, let's see, man coverage to the back here. Oh, boy.
He cuts in. He has space in front of him. Spin move, stays on his feet.
It's going to be close. It looks like he got the first down there. Looks like he got it. Malden has no timeouts here, so they got to get to the line quick here. It looks like they're going to try to spike the ball. And Malden got to the line very quick here.
So I think you called it. I think they called 2 plays, and
they spiked it here. Okay, so you got about 3 seconds left, 2 seconds left here. Obviously, it's going to be a shot to the end zone. Malden not only pulling out the first down throw, a quick little screen. Medford looked like they had it dead, but McGuffey basically caught it and was mid-cut when he caught the football, was able to fight for the tough yards and get it. 2 seconds left here. Again, we're going to see a ball, obviously, to the end zone. It will be interesting. But, again, number 9, I've been saying it kind of all drive here. They've been moving him around the field, motioning. He's in the slot. He's in the backfield. He's been lined up wide. My guess, try to look for him. Have your athlete make a play. Will be interesting to see where Justin Marino kind of ends up on this. Looks like he's playing center field.
Way back, yeah. With Prince Xavier back there. I'm assuming Darius Weeks will be covering number 9, if I had to guess.
Yeah. So again, moving some guys around a little bit, but
it looks like Marino. Are they going to double number 9 here? That could be an interesting.
It looks like they just have the safety over the top, which is smart. Their best 2 receivers are at the bottom, but they go the other way.
It is caught. He's short of the end zone though, and so the half ends with a 14-8 lead for Medford. We will have some halftime coverage. Oh, hold on, McGuffey is limping around
a little bit.
He seems to be a little hurt there. We'll see what happens after halftime.
Again, something to keep an eye on. Looks like McGuffey's okay. Looks like he just came up limping a little bit, but nothing that seems too serious. But again, Malden having the opportunity there to score at the doorstep. The Mustang, I think, their defense has kind of been, what they hang their hat on all year, playing tough defense. They bend, but they don't break.
Yeah.
So we're entering the second half about 15 minutes.
Yep.
This live stream will keep going. We're going to take a little bit of a break ourselves, but we will be back on here. We'll keep an eye on the clock, and we're trying to do some fun stuff for the second half.
Yeah, and also keep an eye out for the Instagram Live because we will be there for some halftime coverage.
All right, so we'll be starting Instagram Live in a few minutes here, so we'll see you guys on there. But again, thank you for tuning in the first half. I hope everybody's turkeys are cooking well, and we will see you soon.
See ya.